Good morning. This morning we're going to continue with our cherry bedside tables, and we're going to pick up from where we left off last week. But first we're going to do a little house cleaning, things we didn't do last week that we should have. First of all, I want to put the components on their own layers. Right now we have the legs on the legs layer. You can see that up here. The rails are on the rails layer. Are on layer 0 and want to be on a rails layer. So I'm going to add that. I'll just bring this in here a moment. I'm going to add a layer called rails. And I think I will add a layer also called sides. And there we'll put the slats. And let's see what else for a moment. I'm going to take this off screen for a moment. Maybe I'll just put it over here. All right, let's put the slats, the rails on the rails layer. I got one around back. And let's see what happens if I get rid of the rails layer. Still one I don't have there. And I think I made a mistake and put slats on the rails layer, but I'm going to put those on the sides. All right, now let's see what happens. If I get rid of the sides, and I think I got everything else where it's supposed to be. So I can get rid of the layers box here for the moment. Now I want to bring in the entity info box and clean some other things up. I'm going to call this the back top rail. Call this one the left side rail. I'll call it left top rail. Right top rail. Left bottom rail. Right bottom rail. There we go. Back bottom rail. Next thing I want to do is ungroup the slats. I'll just explode that. Explode that. Explode that. And now we can come in And I've got 3 of these wide slats. And it doesn't matter what their position is. So I'm just going to call it wide slat. And this I'm going to call okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to call that left wide slat. Right wide slat. I guess I got to go around back to get this one. Now I'm going to call this and I'm going to do a similar thing to the sides. I'll call this right narrow slat 1. And lastly, I'm going to go around here. Left narrow slat 1. And I believe I'm going to call this bottom front rail. Excuse me, I'll call it front bottom rail. And now I believe I've got everything named. And to be sure, I can bring in the outliner. And let's see what I have. Back bottom rail. It's a bottom rail. So let's get all the bottom rails first. So back bottom rail, front bottom rail, left bottom rail, right bottom rail. And let's get top rail in. Notice we don't have one in the front, so all I've got is a back top rail, left top rail, and right top rail. And let's get the slats. And we got a back narrow slat 1, 2, and 3, back wide slat, left narrow slat 1, 2, 3, left wide slat, right narrow slat 1, 2, 3, and right wide slat. Seem to have a typo here. Okay. Everything looks good. So everything is named now, and we got that out of the way. That was just a matter of cleanup. And now we're going to get back to the front in ISO view. And now what we want is we're going to clear all the layers and look only at the slats. And we're going to go to the wide slats first and put the, we'll edit these and put the bevels on. The bevels are basically a 45-degree bevel, 1/8 of an inch back, one-eighth of an inch out. While we're at it, we'll get this one too. Just a simple push-pull. I guess I have to go back into edit and get rid of my guidelines. Now we'll come and do this one. And that'll take care of all of the bevels. Bevels are just a little detail to kind of make things look a little extra special. Creates a few shadow lines. Gives the whole thing more of a 3D feel. And notice now, all parts have the bevel. So let's now look at the rails. We'll get rid of the slats. Bring the rails in. What we need to do is put the tenons on the rail. So I'm going to start down here. Edit component. And easiest way to do this is to create shoulders, and they're going to be 1/4 inch shoulders. Here, the shoulder is going to come right to the bottom of the dado. So now I'll use the rectangle tool. Pull the tenon out 3/4 inch. Notice they touch right here. And I have a couple of lines I've got to get rid of. And while I'm at it, I might as well go around and do the other end. Let me get rid of quarter inch, quarter inch, quarter inch, and 0 offset. Quarter, 3/4 inch. Check to make sure that they touch, and they do. And I'll get rid of those lines. Okay. That takes care of the bottom. The top I'm going to do the same way. Now my 0 offset. Three-quarters of an inch. Go around to the other end. Oh, I have to put the rectangle in. Not sure where those come from. I don't know how they came from back there because thought I erased them, but we'll erase them now. All right, let's take a look. Those touch. Those touch. And it looks like we have it. Now, one of the things I can do is bring the legs in. And I'll edit the leg. And I'll use let's see. That's the X-ray tool I'm using here. I don't know if that's the best tool to use. I'll look at it from this side. Then I'm going to use the rectangle tool to come down here, up here. I'll do the same thing here. And now I'll go to View, Component, Edit, Hide Rest of Model. Get rid of the X-ray tool for the moment. Push-pull these in 3/4 of an inch. I'll go down the bottom, bring the rest of my model in, and again use the X-ray tool. Go to the best view here so I can see things. I'll do the same thing on the bottom. Bring them in 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I've got the joinery for the back legs now. Let's do the front leg. Bring the rest of the model back in. X-ray tool. Guess I want to go around front. I didn't feel good about that. I'm going to undo it and do it again. feel better about that one. Again, push that in 0.75 and push that in 0.75. All right, let's just see. Now we have our joinery. Okay, I think this has been a pretty long video at this point. It's about a half hour, so I think we'll stop here and get the front rails next week along with the top. And the following week I think we'll do the drawers and then we'll be done. Okay, I'll see you next week. Thank you.